Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Spooky's House of Jump Scares, which has since been renamed Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. At first this place just seemed cute, but now I've been here for days. I'm feeling quite parched now and keep getting feeling like I'm being watched for something. This is not romantic at all. So in summary, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I was considering transferring from Let's Plays to streaming because that's more the style of stuff I'm doing anyway. But as a part of that, pretty much at that point my computer is pretty dumb because I'm due for a reformat. And so since the Windows 10 deadline is coming up about this time, I decided to try and crank out all of the games that were left on my computer, and then just so I wouldn't have to reinstall them and just do a full reformat. The downside being, oh, that's actually a scary picture. That's cool. So I kind of took a break from streaming to try and finish, streaming / recording to try and finish a bunch of single player games, such as Papers, Please, and Transistor, which are a combination of slow enough / narrative based, and you can't really talk over a narrative, so it's just watching me play silently, which is really boring. Not that, I'm a riveting commenter. Research report 1. More whales are being shipped to the facility tomorrow. 1 for a health inspection, and 2 that are already dead from autopsies. More and more beach whales keep appearing around those islands, and I still can't find what's causing it. Okay, so now we're a scientific research facility where they're dealing with beached whales. Excerpt 4132. When I watched carelessly as the sea rose above the sky, casting waves of shadow over the world, I saw silhouettes of creatures both familiar and forgotten. Suddenly I found myself flying upwards towards an ocean of darkness. Research Report 2. Whale 014D had a strange small bite marks. They appear from another smaller mammal, but the strangest thing is about their placement. They are in even rows along the whale's stomach, all about 5 feet from the bottom of the stomach lining. Research Report 3. Whale 015A is still alive, but gets into fits of thrashing and is surfacing more often than natural. I think there may be a problem with its lungs, but I don't have any tools that would allow me to check it out without it dying. I will have to allow it to die from whatever's causing it and then do an autopsy. Well, they have lots of options now with the fact that it's very bright but very dark very soon to surprise me with things coming out of the darkness. So this is an interesting mechanic. Okay, there's a number lock, so I presume we have to find the number somewhere. Research Report 4. Whale 015D has died much sooner than I expected while I was away on holiday. I regret not being here. I've estimated it would live much longer. The team that did the autopsy said nothing seemed to be wrong with the lungs, but about the stomach. But the stomach had a circular hole about 2 feet in diameter all the way through to the outside of the whale. This pretty much confirms the parasite is the cause of the death. I expect there to be like something to slam against like glass, but. Okay, so there's whale 015D. Four, 1, 3, 2, maybe? Yeah, like it could have been more complex, but this game is simple enough that it couldn't have been anything too out there, because this isn't a puzzle game. Research Report 5. The research facility is now in dire need of more engineers. We have a whole block that's flooded and some vital stuff are missing. Anyway, so I took a break to do some single-player games to clear them off my computer, and then just hit a point where I had a couple more games that I just didn't have time / didn't really honestly feel like playing. And so now I'm just finishing up this Let's Play, and this is the last thing I need to do theoretically, and then I can reformat my computer and play whatever I want, which theoretically might be more streaming, especially because it might be my computer's. My computer would be less bogged down with bloat, just gradual programs that I built up over a long period of time, and so theoretically streaming might be a bit smoother. We'll see. Research Report 6. I hear a girl or an animal or something sing to me, pleading that I come outside my locked room and let the sweeping waves comfort me. See, now it hit a really weird period where I spent like a while doing all that stuff. And so Reach Report 7, all the stuff is gone. Only I remain for no purpose. I remain here for this in the call from behind the sealed door, but I will remain for as long as I can. Don't open that door. See, the problem is I spent a while searching, doing that puzzle. So it'd be really weird for me to have to spend more time. I lost track of which shore was which. See, that was just dumb. Okay. Yeah, so the game's been renamed since I played it last, actually. Oh my goodness, I have to start back from here. Like, seriously, I spent a while going through that puzzle. And then it was like, okay, well, I can't progress until I look around, and I look around and then just die automatically. And it's like, oh, okay, I was supposed to look around and then just... I was supposed to, what, interact with her, then run to the door? Like I mentioned, the kind of flaw with this game is the whole save system. The entire save system is really, like, it feels... It removes a lot of the tension. Because how... because of how things play into expectations. Okay, where was the lantern? So I just need to beat this game, and then later tonight I'm going to back up all the save data, back up my data, reformat my computer, and then everything will be fancy, and then theoretically, maybe over this coming next week, I'll actually get back to streaming a bit. Like, I'm not promising anything, because I've gotten busy. Pretty much, I play a lot of pen and paper RPGs. If by random happenstance you watched some of the Play to Beat Breast Cancer streams, I was on that very briefly, and I was also in discussions for another small project thing. Ah! Oh my god, this is so dumb. It's really hot, and I decided to wear an overshirt to look nice. You're getting the sexy. Like, that's the problem with this game. It's not hard or challenging or even really scary at this point. It's just annoying. Like, I really want to see how they try and tie this all together into, like, an end. Because it was really interesting to see them go through kind of vaguely parodying all the different horror genres. Okay, so I have to go right. The far end. No, not the far end. The second from the end to get the lamp. Then I have to go to the end. Get the key. Activate the pump. If I'm noticing, I have to go here to get the key. This door should be the locked one. Then this door is the one I want to get out. Then since I got out without taking much of any damage that time, I should be a little bit better. It seems like I think your stamina recovers slower when it's empty. Oh my gosh! That's so dumb! Is it gonna be something like you're supposed to be running from crate to crate? It's something stupid like you're supposed to be running from crate to crate. God, gosh, dang it. See, I was viewing the crates as obstacles, but I don't think they're meant as obstacles now that, because it seems ridiculous to just have to dash through like 25 randomly generated rooms without making any slight errors in direction. So there has to be like there has to be a pattern, or not like a trick to it. Okay, so I'm in this room. I don't like that they didn't take advantage of this lantern mechanic. I actually like how this lantern mechanic sets it up so that, okay, you have a really bright space right here, but there's pitch black, like, 10 feet in front of you. So that they could literally just set up a long hallway or something, and then it just runs to kill you, and then something just pops out of the darkness as you're running forward. Right, okay, here for the key. That was so dumb. It didn't register because I was holding shift as soon as I entered the room. See, now it's a super weird thing of, now that I know the trick, it's just kind of slow. And then there's that thing where every now and again you'll go around a corner and she'll already be there, and you'll just take auto damage. This is just like a really terrible game, like of the floor is lava, except for it's the floor is lava sometimes if you don't stand on it too long. Like, the floor is moderately warm, you probably don't want to stand on it too long or it'll be uncomfortable. And like the whole whale setup was cool, but it really didn't have any real relevance to the story. Okay, there's some sort of Selkie parasite who lives in whales and in whales' stomachs and then eats out. Or like lives in the pleural cavity between the lungs and between the lungs and the inner lining of the lung cavity. Okay, I think there should be a save point at 50 based on how dumb that small section was. And if there isn't, it would just feel like there couldn't be anything significant from 50 to 1,000, which would be really weird seeing as it's the last stretch. And once again, we're pacing ourselves for right now it'd be a good time for like a normal jump scare. That's the same note we've read a couple times, so I'm not going to bother reading it. Right. Left. Left. Straight. Left. See, the problem is this is pretty much a puzzle game. It's not really a horror game, and that was kind of cool, or that was kind of fine because that's what they're setting themselves up as. They're setting themselves up as a cute horror game. See, now if I die, I'm just gonna be super mad that I had to go through the Selkie area again. Especially since there's some guys, like the puppet, who I still haven't figured out. Like, I still never really figured out what the puppet, like, how you were supposed to play against the puppet. Proved extremely effective against subjects that could not swim or fell for the specimen's lure. See, there's 25 rooms, and it would feel super unfair if anything happened during them. Which just leaves tension at a super weird point where it's like, I hope something doesn't happen, not because it would be scary, but because it would be like super annoying and frustrating and inconvenient. Man, I'm a negative person. I rag on games a lot. Like, I feel bad about Cloud Build. But you know, I play these games, and like, this is why I like short games, because when I play games, I generally am annoyed at kind of all games by the time I'm done with them. I focus on the negatives of things a lot. I know somebody's following me, but I feel like I'm prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully, leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove I make progress and reach some destination. I just hope I don't run the route of ink. I'm dreadfully thirsty. Alright, this episode's already 33 minutes, but there's only 5 rooms left, so I really can't... You know what, I'll put this part in a finale, and if it is really short, I'll lump it on today. If it ends up being really long, I'll lump it on it. I'll upload it a different day. Alright, I will see you guys next time. This has been rooms 900 to 995 of the Spooky's House of Jump Scares, now Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, I think. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope I'll see you again. Bye.